Namaste. Today we shall read some passages from Lectures from Colombo to Almora, where Swamiji discusses how our religion or the spirituality of India has been unique in its emphasis on renunciation and how that has led to the survival of this nation for thousands of years. Do you not know how for the last 100 or 200 years you have been hearing again and again out of the lips of men who ought to have known better, from the mouths of those who pretend at least to know better, that all the arguments they produce against the Indian religion is this, that our religion does not conduce to well-being in this world, that it does not bring gold to us, that it does not make us robbers of nations, that it does not make the strong stand upon the bodies of the weak and feed themselves with the lifeblood of the weak. Certainly our religion does not do that. It cannot send cohorts under whose feet the earth trembles for the purpose of destruction and pillage and the ruination of races. Therefore they say, what is there in this religion? They little dream that that is the very argument with which we prove our religion, because it does not make for this world. Ours is the only true religion, because according to it, this little sense world of 3 days' duration is not to be made the end and aim of all, is not to be our great goal. This little earthly horizon of a few feet is not that which bounds the view of our religion. Ours is a way beyond and still beyond the senses, beyond space and beyond time, a way beyond, till nothing of this world is left and the universe itself becomes like a drop in the transcendent ocean of the glory of the soul. It is a curious fact that while nations after nations have come upon the stage of the world, played their parts vigorously for a few moments, and died almost without leaving a mark or a ripple on the ocean of time, here we are living, as it were, an eternal life. They talk a great deal of the new theories about the survival of the fittest. Here Swamiji is referring to the evolution theory by Darwin, where the whole world is seen like the survival of the fittest is the only game that nature plays. Of course, as regards to nature, it may be true. As regards to the physical existence and external world, it may be true. But man is not just matter. There is this spirit or the spiritual dimension where this kind of competition or survival of the fittest does not apply, because we are all heirs to immortality. We are the children of immortal bliss. And it is our birthright to realize our real nature. Nobody can prevent it, and we don't have to compete with each other in that realm. And that is our destiny. If that were true, that is, if survival of the fittest is true, they talk a great deal of the new theories about the survival of the fittest, and they think that it is the strength of the muscles which is the fittest to survive. If that were true, any one of the aggressively known old world nations would have lived in glory today, and we, the weak Hindus, who never conquered even one other race or nation, ought to have died out. Yet, we live here 300 million strong. A young English lady once told me, what have the Hindus done? They never even conquered a single race. And it is not at all true that all its energies are spent, that atrophy has overtaken its body. That is not true. There is vitality enough, and it comes out in torrents and deluges the world when the time is ripe and requires it. And the proof was in Swamiji's Chicago addresses itself. We have, as it were, thrown a challenge to the whole world from the most ancient times. In the West, they are trying to solve the problem how much a man can possess, and we are trying here to solve the problem on how little a man can live. This struggle and this difference will still go on for some centuries. But if history has any truth in it, and if prognostications ever prove true, It must be that those who train themselves to live on the least and control themselves well will in the end gain the battle, and that those who run after enjoyment and luxury, however vigorous they may seem for the moment, will have to die and become annihilated. You can read the whole lecture in the book Lectures from Colombo to Almora. Namaste.